We begin with the new international student program coming to the Milford area. Milford residents are being given the unique opportunity to become host families to students coming from other countries to attend Milford High School for the upcoming school year. To find out more about this program, I sat down with representatives from the Cambridge Institute and GP Homestay to give residents a better understanding of the program and also to provide details to families out there who may be interested in becoming a host family. Starting this fall, Milford High School is excited to team up with the Cambridge Institute and GP Homestay to begin placing international students here in Milford for the upcoming 2014-2015 school year.
The Cambridge Institute of International Education is a full-service education company. They started out pretty narrowly, working with international students, bringing them over from different countries and finding them placements here at different high schools in the United States.
We are spending a lot of time looking for the right quality host families who are looking to take the students. A lot of families are used to only short-term stays, a week or maybe a month at most. So we're looking for families who are potentially open to opening their doors for the full academic year.
The Cambridge Institute and GP Homestay have been enjoying great success with their program over the last 4 years. They have continued to search out schools and towns here in Massachusetts that they believe to be an ideal experience for international students.
The idea was to go out and look for schools in Massachusetts that have high outstanding academic records. Milford, specifically the superintendent here, Dr. Bob Tremblay, excuse me. He's a very strong proponent of the program. He sees not only the value in the program, but he also sees the need for a program like this.
While some international student programs provide dormitory living for students during their time abroad, GP Homestay and the Cambridge Institute insist that giving students the opportunity to live with a host family provides a much more authentic and well-rounded experience.
It's a perfect way, and I know this from, I studied abroad in college for 4 months, and I stayed with a host family in Spain, and it's definitely, you could tell the difference between the kids who stayed with host families and the kids who stayed in dorms.
Students living in dorms don't quite get the same experience that they would living with an American host family. They want a more authentic experience, and there also seems to be a demand on the U.S. side as well for these types of experiences for hosts.
Families who choose to host a student do not simply provide a roof over the child's head. They also have a chance to learn and grow, and in the end, many host families have formed lifelong bonds as a result.
Specifically, families should be prepared to have their worlds open to a brand new culture, something they probably haven't seen or heard of before. A lot of times they're going to be learning about a lot of new foods and recipes. They're going to be learning about a lot of different habits that people in other parts of the world have that we kind of take for granted.
Milford being a fairly diverse community as it is, I feel like a lot of people in this town kind of have a more open global mindset. There's a large Brazilian population, and so a lot of the students at the high school have already been introduced to Portuguese or to Brazilian foods and things like that. And it's that kind of experience that we're trying to provide, except from another angle, from another country, from another area, from another culture. And so really exposing people to something that they've never seen or experienced before.
The idea is that we can really enrich the lives of not only, I think a lot of host families think it's just for their children's benefit as well, but it also ends up being a learning experience for the parents as well. Some of the better success stories we've had where families actually stay in touch with the child and eventually go and visit the family back in their home country, which is great, obviously having a connection in a foreign country.
The search is ongoing for host families here in Milford for the upcoming school year. For families who may be worried about not being equipped to handle hosting a student, both GP Homestay and the Cambridge Institute insist that there are plenty of resources at a host family's disposal at all times, ensuring that the student as well as the family are well taken care of.
We really start off with an orientation that usually starts with the host family and the student directly. We have an in-home orientation, and then we also have a school orientation, and then there will be weekly check-ins with every student. to make sure that everything's going well in the academic as well as the residential end.
We have 24/7 support on the ground. We have a residential coordinator who is amazing. Her name's Jennifer Balzanelli, and she lives in Mendon. She's close by, and she has 4 kids of her own, and she is out and about, and she is psyched to start the orientation process and get to know all the parents, and she is really the first line of defense if anything goes wrong or if there's a question or miscommunication. She's great. So that's another added benefit of hosting, having that additional support.
There is also financial support available for families who agree to host a student.
In this day and age, hosting a student is not a free endeavor. It's definitely something that will cost money, whether it's in transportation costs, food costs, utilities, things like that. And that's why we provide a stipend of $700 a month, $7,000 for the academic year to cover those costs that are associated with having another person in the home. And we do that as a way of helping our hosts have this experience without having any kind of financial burden.
Families who are interested in taking part in this unique program, or those who are simply interested in more details, are encouraged to give GP Homestay a call.
If you have any interest at all in hosting, I would definitely give us a phone call, even just to get some more information, see if it is something that you would be doing. I think a lot of people think that by calling us, we're gonna hook you and you're gonna have to sign a contract that day. It's not like that. We have a whole process for becoming approved, and we're not gonna just rope you and make you do it. I think it's totally worth it just to give us a call and see what are the specifics. Oh, I work far away. How will this child? What are the extracurriculars? Can they get involved in this? Any questions that you have? I think it's just so worth it to give us a call. And if it doesn't work out for this year, maybe next year. But at least getting that information, I think, is really great, because we do need the help right now, but also in the future. So even if it's something that you would foresee yourself doing in the future, it makes sense to reach out.